we are going to prep some lamb shank in the spirit of Thanksgiving. And really, I always grew up having lamb for Thanksgiving because Dad hated turkey. So that said, um, really, this stream we're just gonna cut it off once we put it in the oven, and then what I'm gonna do is once things are done, pull it out. We'll make a quick jus with the drippings, and we'll also make some cauliflower puree. So this is super easy. This is even if you're at home early. Uh, this is even a weekday meal, honestly. Um, so all we're just doing is just chopping some stuff, putting it on this skillet, popping in the oven. 2 hours later, you got your roast. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Secret ingredient is good seasons Italian dressing mix, straight from the 70s. That's right. Um, this is one of the most magical seasoning packs in the world. It is probably 90% sugar. That's the secret ingredient, probably. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna season the lamb. If you have gloves, that would make it better. Um, but I'm too lazy to put on fine gloves and put some on. So yeah, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pat this dry. Just gonna. Growing up, one pack would be like entirely for one whole leg of lamb, but now that I'm my own person, this is essentially a much smaller amount, way more seasoning. I have thought about making this into like an oil paste, an olive oil paste first, to make it adhere a little bit better. But this has been the way I've always done it, so I'm not really gonna change the way we're doing it. But I don't know. I'll probably change it next time. But yeah, let's get all that on here. We'll let that sit there. Can I have me some coffee too? Make sure. Why not? All right. So we're just doing a cut these in half. Nothing special. Actually, how am I supposed to? How am I going to do this? I haven't thought this through. I'm gonna put this here first. We're gonna line this with olive oil. just gonna line the outside with these guys. What is the angle on this thing? The oven is preheated. Make sure that each one gets a little bit of oil here. Just gonna run this garlic press. Really, this is flavor everything else in there. gonna kind of spread that around a little bit. There is no rhyme or reason why I'm doing it this way. All right. Oh, come on. Ah, fine. Like really what we want, right, is the things that we want to caramelize, we want to be have direct access to the pan, right? So that's we definitely want the Brussels sprouts and the onions. The carrot I don't really care about. The mushrooms I don't really care about. They'll kind of roast in the air on its own, but really the onions and the Brussels sprouts. If you want, you can actually even just like heat this up over a stove real quick. Kind of heat it up only if you want to get that extra burntiness, but not necessary in this particular case. Um, you know what? Let's do that. Let's actually preheat this. The lamb, a lot of recipes will say like, "Oh yeah, you want to sear the lamb." We're not doing that because this is all sugar. The sugar is going to caramelize. Notice how I haven't added any salt. The salt is honestly not necessary because there's so much salt here. And these we're just gonna crush. This is just not a good angle right now. What's going on? Better? You don't want to get it too burnt. So we're just heating up the pan. Again, because you should use these in gloves for this because now shit's stuck to my hands and that's not being going into the meat. That's not great. But yeah, that is that is it. We're just gonna pop it in the oven for at 350 degrees for about 2 hours and let it go. Precious seasoning. All right, we'll see you in 2 hours.